to your mind has been the most standout success of Mr. Tata?
See, if you look at it from the business point of view, let me tell you, he became chairman in 1991, March 25. That is the time when there was also this policy of Narasimha Rao, Manmohan Singh government to have the economic liberalization. So he inherited from JRD, as you said, a disparate group of companies piloted by equally capable stalwarts, not so favorably inclined towards Ratan, as you know. And we're very unhappy that Ratan was chosen as the chairman. And you had Rusi Modi, Darbari Seth, Ajit Kerkar, all of them thought that they were the best to be the chairman. But for several reasons, which if you ask me a question, I'll tell you. Not because Mr. Ratan was a Tata, not that because he had a surname, but he had this amazing vision, a scientific mind, courage, and as JRD said, amazing memory like him. And said he was most suited, and especially his young age, 52, 53, he said he's the right person to have a long tenure. And it's extremely important, long tenure, because he will have to navigate the ship of the Tatas through the tumultuous phase of economic liberalization and the transition. Okay. And he was very lonely in 1991 when he took over. He had the satraps working against him, which he said, almost about 3-4 years before he stepped down, he said, when I took over, I didn't have many friends, and people thought that I don't have the capability of JRD and that I will run the conglomerate down. But he proved them wrong completely. So what did he do? In fact, there is something which is really unknown, let me tell you. People, that's because it is Ratan's own fault. Very reticent man.
Yes.
So he has not spoken about his own achievements. He brought together a conglomerate and made it like a federal government, but with a unitary bias. Okay? That means you give them the freedom to work in actual unison, with a common goal, and don't engage in internecine conflicts. Okay.
But did he feel like he had accomplished this, what you believe is his most significant contribution to the House of Tata?
When he took over in 1991, you'll be surprised to know that Tata Sons, the parent company or the holding company, had less shares in his flagship company called Tata Steel at that time, Tisco, less than what Birlas held in Tisco. Okay. So after 1991, Ratan came out and said, if we don't merge, if we don't increase our stakes, we are going to be eaten up by the multinationals. So he and his famous lieutenant called Soonawala, N.A. Soonawala, they hit upon several innovative schemes by which they increased the stake of these companies. That and through this mechanism, they brought in amazing cohesion. And let me put it like this to you. I don't think, there was a time when I surprised him. He took over as chairman Tata Motors in 1988. Okay. Now, he stepped down in 2012. Now, if you look at the growth, percentage growth of the top line from 1988 to 2012, but actually it should go up to 2016. Now you'll ask me why? Why 2016? That is because you look at a McKinsey report or any major reports, after an economic contraction that happened in 2008, it takes you 8 years for it to recover. Okay? Now, I mean, I'll wager with anybody. In fact, I wagered with him. I asked him, sir, can you tell me what is the percentage top line growth? He said, Thomas, I don't remember any of this. You know what? It kissed 20,000%. Will you believe it? He said, no, that's not possible. Then I said, sir, give me a blank check. So he said, that I won't give you. So that's it. And I'll give you another thing. You know what? This man has not been recognized. I'll just give you one. I don't know if I should take an example, but that's the example I like to take. You heard about Jack Welch, the so-called, titan of GE.
Yes.
From 1981 to, to 2000, he was at the helm, that's about 19 years. He grew his company from $27 billion to $130 billion.
Yeah.
And there you're talking about 361 odd percent. You know, when R&D took over, he had a turnover, that's the top line, of $5.4 billion. It took it to $100 billion.
Yeah.
1,742% increase. And The Economist and Fortune would dub Jack Welch as the biggest thing that has happened to industry in the world. Compared to him and the other industrial leaders, to me, R&D is the Shahanshah of industrial leaders, but nobody says it. He's an Indian. So therefore, people don't recognize him. But I think he's not been recognized. But the world, even a person like Henry Kissinger has been talking about him in such glowing terms.
Yes.
I interviewed him for about 2.5 hours on Ratan. He said he's like 2% of the best the world can ever give you. And he says most important is that, you know, he says for Ratan, it is not business proposal that will motivate him. A social responsibility has to be fulfilled, and a business proposition will make that happen. What a profound statement.
No,
Hey, thank you for watching this on CNBC TV18. Hope you liked it. For more such interesting news and updates, follow CNBC TV18 on all the social media platforms.